All right, I'm visiting with Jordan Nall. He's an ag business and economics major, and he did an internship this past summer with Fibro Animal Health. So, Jordan, thanks for visiting with us for a few minutes.
Yes, thank you. I'm Jordan Nall, and I did an internship with Animal Health. And so basically, my job this summer was to go to different dairies here in the Texas Panhandle and eastern New Mexico. I visited about 25, 26 different dairies,
Wow.
from the smallest dairy being about 2,200 to the largest dairy being about 33,000 head of dairy cattle.
Wow. That's
And
massive.
so my role for this internship, I was mostly checking urine pHs and collecting feed samples and did some blood samples. And that was the majority of my time. And so I'd get up around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and head off to the dairies, which could be anywhere from 3 hours away to 30 minutes.
Wow. So, so you traveled all over the Texas Panhandle, or were they beyond the Panhandle?
The Texas Panhandle and eastern New Mexico.
Okay.
So I went as far north as Dalhart and as far south as Roswell, New Mexico.
That's a pretty big territory. So,
Yes.
well, Jordan, what do you think the most important thing that you learned in your internship? Out of all the things that you did, I mean, what was the most important thing you think you took away from it?
The thing that stuck with me the most was networking. It is imperative that you network because that's how you get into different companies. It's not a lot of what you know, it's a lot about who you know. And
Yeah.
that's what was reiterated to me throughout the internship. And we got to meet with interns from across the nation. We met in Chicago for our orientation, and then again for our wrap up in St. Louis. And both times they're like network with your peers, network with your supervisors, and just make those connections.
Yeah, that'll be invaluable to you, Jordan, kind of moving forward. So that's awesome that you had the opportunity to do that. So,
Yes.
well, how do you think this internship made you more valuable? Or just how do you think it made you more valuable if you wouldn't have done it? Like students who don't do the internship, I mean, how did this internship make you more valuable, do you think?
This makes me to me, it made me a more valuable it shows other employers that I'm willing to go out and get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I had never been in the dairy industry before and
Mhm.
didn't know a lot. And so I was able to just take a leap and went for it. And I've been told multiple times that it looks good on your resume and that you're going out and trying to find what you enjoy and what you might not like about it.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, what advice would you give a student? Maybe a student is watching this and they're thinking about doing an internship, but they're hesitant to apply, or they're just really nervous, or they don't think they know enough. I mean, what advice would you have for a student who maybe thinks like that and when they're thinking about internships?
Uh, yes, it's okay to be nervous. I was definitely nervous going into applying for this internship. I had no experience in the dairy industry, and
Yeah,
the only thing that I had experience wise was I was a vet tech and I've worked with large animals, and then I've taken a few classes that have helped me. And I think it was able to, you kind of just have to present yourself that, hey, I'm a go-getter, I can do it.
yeah.
And that's what the employer liked.
You think Fibro Animal Health was more interested in like those attributes that you have, or I mean, they weren't really expecting like a ton of animal knowledge, were they?
No, not really.
Yeah,
And they were definitely willing to teach you and go from there. And my supervisor was a great teacher, and he helped guide me. He's like, hey, this is the dairy industry, and this is just some of the stuff on the dairy that I never would have known, and if I hadn't attempted to try it.
yeah, cool. So, all right. Well, Jordan, thank you. So that's super helpful. And I think that's going to help a lot of students as they're kind of thinking about internships.
Okay, yeah, thank you.